mahalo. Everybody, aloha. That was terrible. Aloha. Everybody, give them a big hand, our musicians. All right. I'm from the islands of Samoa. Anybody been to Samoa out there? Nobody. All right, I can tell you anything. Samoa is about 5 hours plane ride, and our greeting word is talofa. Please. Talofa. Yeah, it's about 5 hours away. Talofa. When you arrive here, they say
Aloha.
Isn't it similar? Close? Yeah. Our word for love, we say alofa. Hawaii, their word for love is same word. Yeah. The languages are very, very close. For example, our word for house in Samoa we say fale. Please. In Hawaii they say hale. Yeah. And we go to sleep, we say moe. Hawaii they say moe moe. They sleep a little bit longer. But it's okay. We're the same people. Back in the days we went our separate ways. We lost contact with each other. Today, when we try to speak our own native languages to each other, we don't even understand. So we just end up speaking English to each other. But once again, everybody, aloha.
Aloha.
I want to share with you something very important today about the tree of life. Does anybody know what that tree is? What we call the tree of life in Polynesia? Right here. This is the tree of life, or the coconut tree. It is called the tree of life because every single part of this tree is very dependent upon for survival. Look at this tree right here. For example, some of you may be wondering what happened to the coconuts. We had to remove them for your safety. Yeah? Do you know that they fallen on their own? Hit you on the head? You might have to sue the owner of the tree. We don't want that to happen. But in case you end up in my island of Samoa, it is normal. People get hit with the coconuts every day. It's your fault. Sometimes you get hit with the coconut and there's not even a coconut tree near you. It means you're in the wrong house. But I want you to imagine those coconuts falling down to the ground. As long as the ground is moist, it will start to grow. In a year, about this tall. In the next 25, 30 years, you get the long, tall coconuts. Now, tree of life, I want you to look at this tree. On the very bottom of the roots is used as medicine in the islands. Comes the coconut tree trunk, used for building lots of things. Get to the very top of the tree and find the leaves. Now, I usually have a leaf here. Wow, would you want to see the coconut tree climbing? Let me go get us a leaf. Give me 1 second. Let me grab my machete. Excuse me. In the islands, machete were introduced. Very, very important because it makes the job very easy. Everybody, could I have you guys move? Good to have all of you under the tree here. Come right here in the front. This is not usually part of the demonstration, everybody, but I don't want you to miss out. Okay? Coconut tree climbing is only done using this material. It is cotton polyester made in China. Before these are brought to the islands, use bark of trees. Now you twist them, hold your feet together. Yeah, your feet go in 2 holes in the side. Now as you go up, the key is lock your feet and tighten this rope, and you'll go up. You want to see this? It's not worth it. Do you want to see it? Yeah! All right, put your hands together. Come on. Put your hands together. Pray for me. Come on.
And there he goes, ladies and gentlemen. Give it up for cousin Maria.
Thank you for coming. That's the end of the show. Climbing trees is not easy. You have to climb about 20 times a day. Yes, when you get to the top of one tree, all you do is jump to the next tree. Did you want to see that? Yeah! That's not worth it. Do you want to see it? Yeah! All right.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, now is the time to take out your phone camera. Take out your video camera. As cousin jump from tree to tree, he'll stop in the middle for picture taking.
Are you ready? Are you crazy? I can't hear you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, cousin Mataya is descending from the tree, ladies and gentlemen.
Would you like that? Inside. Tree of life, everybody. Look at this. From the very top. You should go all the way down to the very bottom. What can you make?
A skirt.
Skirt. Let me show you something. One leaf. Remove the stick. Put together about 200 of these. You clean them up. Tie the end with a string. Brooms. I like that. Say it again. Sweep the house. They work very well. The children make trouble in the house. So sweep them too. The same stick. After you eat, toothpick. The other side, you soften it by chewing on it. It makes it a wool-like material. Q-tip. The same leaves. The same leaf right here. If you were to weave from one side of the leaves all the way to the other side, once you get to the other side, is you connect the two ends together. From that comes a basket. Say it again. Thank you. See where you connect the two ends together? You weave downwards, get the depth. All the excess is French braided in a circle. And you double them up before you use it. In the kitchen, the food goes straight in the basket before you serve it to your family. And you'll still see that culture practiced today in Samoa. Growing up in Samoa, I was born and raised there. I speak Samoan as a first language. In the morning, it's my school bag. I have my book and pencil, an iPod and iTouch. My friends bully me in school. I beat them up with a stick. You guys call it domestic violence. We call it in Samoa the Board of Education. You learn really quick. I don't know, you guys don't do this anymore, but how many of you growing up as a little boy or girl remember the stick, the belt, whatever your parents can reach? Bring back those good old days. That is still found in Samoa up to this day. Everybody, there's so much more you can learn about our cultures. And speaking of which, can you all say imu?
Imu.
Imu is going to happen right next. I want everybody to please stand up, follow the sound of the conch shell, and you'll learn about imu right on the other end. Mahalo and aloha.